Thank you, Emily and Bree. I'm here in the state capitol experiencing firsthand the amount of effort and work groups and organizations have put forth to make the legislators hear their opinions. Now, since the state budget impasse has continued on, state services have met with closures as well as loss of employment, and they've come here to the Capitol to voice their concerns.
This rally is about the cuts of child care and home care for the senior citizens.
The fact that we're here kind of shows that we care, is our education, and if they don't give us these funds, then people are going to drop out of school.
The budget impasse has put a toll on a variety of people in the state of Illinois, and every voice is impatiently waiting to be heard.
Single mothers, mothers with children with Downs who shouldn't even be cut off to start with because it's a medical special need. They're all losing child care when they've already had a job that were told their child care was secure.
A lot of students get out loans and scholarships, but the MAP grant, if they take that away, that's like $4,000 they have to pay themselves out of their pocket. And not a lot of people have that money just lying around. They can't afford to pay the money that the state promised them.
Promised money isn't just missing from students' pockets, it's also missing from programs that are meant to serve the community as a whole. Children and the elderly are facing losses as well.
Even meal programs here in our areas are closing down, so we already have seniors and disabled that are going hungry.
When you can't get child care, you can't work. You can make the minimal amount of money and still get denied.
Over 100 child care centers closed down. We've got senior care, adult daycare that are going down from 5 days a week to 4 to 3. I mean, what's next?
As child and hospice care decreases, students face a similar dilemma in affording a higher education.
I personally received MAP grant, and it's the reason I'm able to attend college. I wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise, or at least I would be going in debt to do it.
So most people, it makes a difference between having a meal plan or living on campus if they're able to get a MAP grant, and that can make the difference of them actually coming to Quincy. Our representatives are supposed to be there for their constituents and help them get a proper education, then they're failing them right now.
But according to state legislators, it will take a lot more effort from all parties involved to get a functioning and stable budget.
It's not just as easy as people just saying, approve this spending or approve this bill, because the problem is that the state is spending more than coming in. But we can get there. It just takes reasonable people to sit down and say, how do we make this work?
The climate in the Capitol building has been very stressful, with rallies coming in and out, hoping for answers. Legislators have promised that they would make a budget pass. The question is, when? Reporting from Springfield, I'm Anamile Zuniga. Familiar names like John Deere share the same stage with small farming businesses around the tri-states area. Small businesses like Cole JCB take advantage of this opportunity.
We can show off our new products. Like this tractor behind us is a new product for us for 2016. It gives us a chance to show a lot of people what we've got.
The AgMech show is the largest student-run convention in the area, a fact that vendors don't take lightly.
I've talked to a lot of different vendors that like the dedication and the hardworking students putting together the show.
While some vendors are completely new to this event, many have actually been coming to the AgMech show for years now.
We've been coming here since the early 90s.
Since 1993. The people love to come and look at the different new innovations that are coming out.
Farming technology isn't the only thing that is displayed at this event. The AgMech show also offers craft and toy tables. All people can enjoy the show with their families, rural or otherwise. For News 3, I'm Anamile Zuniga. The Rocky on Parade Committee is a hard-working group, but that doesn't stop them from having fun.
It serves a multitude of purposes, really. First and foremost, I think it's a public art project. Beautify the city, make it a little more interesting. Second, it's a way for the community and the university to work together. It's an opportunity to showcase local talent and regional talent, artists that we have in the area, and probably most important, it's to fund scholarships for art students.
Many sponsors were open to donating and wanting to purchase a dog. So one, it looks good on our resumes. 2, it looks good on the art department. 3, it looks good on their half because they're contributing to us. And it was just a really good opportunity, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
When we first started out, we had 14 dogs the first time. We thought maybe we'd get into double digits. We didn't really know. And then this time around, we shot for 20, I think it was, and we ended up with 23. Sponsors have stepped up and really been fantastic. I mean, I think we probably could have had 60 dogs if we had the time and ability to do that many at one time. I mean, it really has been truly an outpouring of support from people locally, from people on campus who've sponsored, and really all over. It's just been a great opportunity for us to showcase what we can do.
What they can do is quite a lot. The committee manages to finish the entire process in a year's time. The artists themselves utilize as much time as they can to get their bulldog finished.
I actually was able to do this in like about 2 weeks, but that's because I came to the studio every day for like 3 or 4 hours.
It was a lot of hours. I would have to stop painting just because it was all wet, so I couldn't keep going. Otherwise, I was going to just smear purple all over everything.
I've never worked with this paint before. We use One Shot, and that paint can like withstand any weather. It's really, really sticky, and it doesn't come out of your clothes. So that's not going to be on my pants forever.
It's just a different material to work with and a different like body, because normally either you'll make the sculpture and you'll paint it yourself, or like you're just painting, and so like painting on something that's already made was kind of interesting.
Getting like the areas that are hard to get to, like the stomach and like the feet, I had to turn him on his side so I could make sure I didn't like mess up or anything like that.
The lays were definitely the most difficult because there are like a lot of like really fine details and stuff, so when it comes to like all the like points on here, that was hard to get. And then like I'm left-handed, so I'd always like touch it and then touch something else, and then I had to paint that again.
But before the artists can get their hands and pants covered in paint, they need to have a vision set in place for their Rocky.
I went out to Hawaii for my winter break last semester, and I just kind of like loved the culture because it's so like calm and relaxing, and I just kind of wanted to bring that to Illinois.
One of my favorite painters is Jean-Michel Basquiat. He was a street artist from Harlem, and he didn't have any formal training. This is actually one of his paintings that he's done, and it's very inspirational to me that you can have like absolutely no formal training and still be very successful in your art career.
The molecular structures of oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine are chemicals in the body which are commonly attributed to the feelings of like love, happiness, and joy. So I chose these because I wanted something that would be kind of like synonymous with WIU and the student body.
I wanted to do something that was purple and gold, and really popular in the media is like the superheroes and stuff, or like movies and stuff, so he is super Rocky.
Rocky on Parade is a project that has left its mark on the city of Macomb. It gives residents and visitors a piece of local art to appreciate and look forward to.
There's not a day that goes by where somebody goes, hey, I love the Rockies, I can't wait to see them at Town and Gown. I'm going to go to the parade to see them. I'm going to jog around and see them all. Yeah,
can't wait to see the new ones.
Can't wait to see it every day.
Creates new interest in Macomb and make Macomb the rich cultural place that it actually is. Almost, I think all the dogs this time around are from people who are extremely local and have created some fantastic dogs for the project.
Every single one of them is so different and unique, and they're all really beautiful. Like everybody has such great talent.
It is such a massive project that most folks only see at the end when the dogs are there. They don't know the time and energy and hours that the artists themselves put in designing it and creating it and then actually executing it on the far end. You know, the time and effort it takes to get them all ready and organized, the time it takes to get the plates cut, to get all the stuff that these guys were talking about. You know, it's a lot of hours of work, and it has to be fun to do it, and that's why it's such a great group to work with, and I think that's one of the things that makes it pay off for us more than anything.
If you feel like taking a dog walk, the 14 original Rockies are all located. President Obama addressed the General Assembly today, insisting that both the Democratic and Republican Party need to compromise and respect one another in order to serve the people. President Obama arrived to a roaring crowd of supporters and protesters, meaning to address a state currently divided.
We've always gone through periods when our democracy seems stuck. And when that happens, we have to find a new way of doing business. We're in one of those moments. We've got to build a better politics, one that's less of a spectacle and more of a battle of ideas, one that's less of a business and more of a mission.
In his speech, Obama spoke about his time in presidency and the obstacles he's had to face with a divided Senate. He urged politicians to find common ground and pass legislation in a timely manner, including a budget. Obama told the Assembly, when the system of politics and the economy change, we the people and politicians must also change in order to maintain an effective government. From the state capitol, I'm Anamile Zuniga.